How you doing, YouTube? Matt with Massive Beer Reviews, back with yet another review. And, yeah, we have a little bit of bourbon barrel-aged Imperial Stout goodness, hopeful goodness, in the form of Bolero Snort's Bull Stout. Bergen Bull Stout, actually. Yeah. Bolero Snort. Been wanting to give these guys a whirl for a while now, review-wise. Actually, anyways, I actually haven't had any of their beers before. And I was lucky enough to get this bottle given to me by Keith. Thank you very much, Keith. Dropped this sucker on me. Been sitting on it for a couple weeks now. And, yeah, said, mood for a bourbon barrel aged Imperial Stout. So, here we are. How about that? So, yeah, as far as what it actually says on the bottle, it says BS, Bolero Snort, Bergen County Bull Stout. It says Imperial Stout aged in bourbon barrels. This is bottle 83 of 312. It is 10.5% alcohol by volume. And that be that. Nice, dig the label. Classy. Really not that ostentatious, sans the little bit of flaky kind of little waxiness kind of going on over here. But even the wax is thin. Reminds me of the Molden waxes that you see that are very thin. Thin enough to kind of, just enough to kind of cover the cap, but enough to where you can actually see the cap through the actual wax itself. So we'll see what happens. So I think this is 375. I don't know if it's a 500 milliliter. 1 pint, 0.9 fluid ounces. I actually don't know what that is. It always screws me up, that math. So let's give this sucker a cut. See if we can get into it. This wax is pretty fucking heavy duty shit, actually. Oh, actually, I got to the core. I'm speaking of the core of you, Baxter. A whole wheel of cheese. Really? Not even upset. Impressed. There it is. Okay, bang. I want wax semi-cooperates. That wasn't the best showing in the history of wax removal, but it gets the fucking job done. Oh, King Goblet here. Jersey represent. And show and tell time. Okay. I gotta sit here and say okay like I know. Okay. Looks good so far. Anyway, yeah. Pinky finger, really nice head to it. It's got that kind of like just elevated above that malted malt ball thing. Somewhere between where I like my coffee, malted malt ball color, I dig. Nice, ridiculous compact bubbles. Nice creaminess to it on one side, a little bit of fucking rockiness on the other. And it's dark. It's not the darkest beer in the history of mankind. When I was pouring it, you can glean light. You can glean a little light around the edges of this sucker. But it's dark. It's an Imperial Stout, so let's see if we can get a nose on this son of a bitch. Bourbon. Holy shit. Okay. Well, bourbon barrel. I mean, it says it's aged in bourbon barrels. They're not lying. Yeah. Big waft of huge bourbon. Nice barrel to it, too. It's not just straight boozy bourbon. You're getting this, like, nice charred, not overly charred, not burnt, not overly smoky, nice charred barrel. That kind of chocolatey char thing that I love so much that I talk about ad nauseum in my reviews. It actually doesn't smell that hot at all. A little bit. You get a little bit of that kind of alcohol evaporation from the bourbon itself, but it doesn't smell hot. It just gives you that. It lets you know, okay, there's spirits involved. The barrel's definitely bigger than the beer. I think the beer's going to be okay. Just based off of the nose. But it's definitely barrel bigger than beer as far as the nose goes. But it smells pretty damn fucking delicious so far. From your big, huge bourbon barrel-aged stout aspect of things, it's cash money at this point. So yeah, big, nice, big chocolates, vanillas, cherry, dark, like reduced down, cooked down cherries. That soft rubbed charriness that I like so much about those barrels that come through. The beer itself, like I said, it's barely there as far as you can tell. There's a little bit of kind of roasted malts going on. The barrel carries the day, but at the same time, the flavors that are there and the ones that are impactful smell pretty fucking delicious. So she looks good. She smells good. Let's see what she's got, Bergen County. Cheers. Let's put it this way. This doesn't suck. Not what I was expecting. That's not necessarily a bad thing either. I thought based off of the nose and what was going on, I was going to get hit with a hefty blow of sweetness. It's not the case. Well, it is sweet. This is a barrel-aged beer. You're getting a lot of different kind of roast. You're getting a lot of the barrel charred, the toastiness from the barrel. You're getting the roast from the malt. The beer is way better represented in the mouth than it actually is in the nose. The mouth feels really nice. Not the densest beer in the history of mankind. I'm getting a lot of like very toasted, just almost burnt kind of coffee notes off it, which work really well. Chocolate abounds. Like a chocolate vanilla fluffernutter thing going on. That bourbon booziness is there, but it's not off-putting. It just lets you know that it has oomph. I said the mouthfeel is nice. It's probably a little bit thinner than I want it to be perfectly honest with you, after having a couple sips. But no, that's nice. That's delicious. A time thing. I'm not a big proponent of aging barrel-aged beers forever, but I think this would serve well, sitting for not long, maybe like 6 to 12 months. After today's date, we're a couple days before Christmas, 2016. Yeah. Oh, this is good. It's fun to go into a new brewery you never had before. Rarely do I get to dive headfirst into a brewery, having the first beer from them being a wax top bourbon barrel aged hand numbered bottle. Thank you, Keith, again. But yeah, it's a fun foray into a brewery I've actually been wanting to give a whirl for quite a while now. So yeah, really nice beer. Done really well. The barrel definitely is bigger than the beer itself, but the beer makes up for it a bit in the mouth. Even though the barrel's still a bit bigger, it's still it doesn't get lost in the barrel. Let's put it that way. A lot of beers sometimes get lost in the barrel, to where it's like people are like, "Oh, this tastes great. It's a huge barrel-aged beer," and be like, "Actually, it just tastes like barrel and it tastes like booze." You still get a heaping helping of that beer in there. The roasted malts are nice. There's a nice bittering to it that kind of counterbalances the sweetness from the barrel itself. And you get this kind of play between the charred bitteringness of, or the charred smoky kind of barreling, and then the kind of bitter roasted maltiness kind of plays off each other. The sweetness isn't perfect for me. I think a lot of people would find this okay too. I know I can skew a little bit sweet, but I think this would be alright for a lot of different people. But yeah, great beer. Not a good beer. I was going to be like good beer. Great beer. And something kind of makes me want to try more stuff, smaller stuff, just to see how the other end works when it comes to the old Bolero Snort. So yeah, let's talk about it. Is it one of the better barrel-aged stouts? Bourbon barrel-aged stouts I've had as of late. Yeah. Definitely in there. Probably on the outside looking in. Actually, you know what? Let me dial that back for a sec. Is it one of the better barrel-aged stouts? Barrel-aged. No adjuncts. No barrels and adjunct. But I mean, just base stout, barrel, done thing. Yes, absolutely. It is the lack of sweetness really does it for me. And again, I'm not saying it's not sweet, but a lot of these barrel-aged beers tend to get a little bit over the top of the sweetness. So when this one kind of is showing me that kind of, that barrel smoky charriness with the bittering roasted malts, and then the sweetness isn't over the top, it just kind of turns me on a little bit. Value and availability, no idea. It was given to me because I'm a lucky motherfucker. So if anybody out there wants to chime in, you're more than welcome. And just say if you like we like this. If you like good beer. If you like barrel-aged beer. If you like matured, done right, barrel with char that's been slightly rubbed with chocolate vibes, Flying Mouflon, the original Bourbon Barrel Aged Flying Mouflon that's where I really started to talk about this barrel character. That specific kind of barrel character where it's not being hurried. The beer is left to sit in the barrel long enough to impart enough flavor and enough of the barrel itself, rather than just kind of flashing it with a little bit of oak or smokiness or booze or anything like that. It has a refinedness to it, which is funny because to me this has always been like barrel-aged beers has always been like a fucking 500-pound gorilla in a china shop kind of thing, but it has a kind of nuance and refinedness to it in its own style of beer. I know, you know what I mean. Anyway, if you like that kind of matured kind of barrel vibe, then definitely worth giving a whirl because it does not suck. So there you go, another review in the books. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed the review. If you didn't, anywhere in between, please leave a comment in the comment section below. Like, subscribe, and all that fun stuff. If you want to check us out anywhere else on the internet, you can. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Untapped. Massive Beers in all 4 of those places. And yeah, another review down. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the review. Hopefully enjoying a beautiful barrel-aged beer right now. And hopefully see you next time. Cheers.